The Knott's Forest Labor Day Tournament 2013. Hello again, everybody. I'm Greg GK Porter for Langevin Productions. This match in the girls under 11 features the Pateadores versus Liverpool. Liverpool is going from left to right on your video screen in the red and the orange, and from right to left is the Pateadores in the blue and right with the blue numbers. Let's get the lineups for both teams. First, for the Pateadores, they're head coached by Gio Napolitano, and Phil Woods is the manager. The keeper is Bethany T, and we already have a save. First save of the match for Bethany T. Just the starting of this match here in University City. Katie Woods is number 2 at defender. Number 3 at defender is Kayla Studer. Number 6 at defender is Casey Holiday. Number 7 is Angela Soriano. At midfield, number 8 at defender mid is Elena Olvera. Number 9 at midfield is Mandy Alas. Number 10 is Katie Napolitano at midfield. Number 11 is Lauren Manzano at midfield. Number 12 at mid is Alexa Corona. Number 13 at striker is Alyssa Goodlow. Number 14 at mid is Faith Joyner. And number 17 is Asha Bosworth Ahmet. And she's number 15. She's also a striker. Not here for the Pateadores is Madison Gould, Chanel Jimenez, and Haley Jones. Now let's get the lineup for Liverpool. Frank Burton is a head coach. Assistant coach Garrett Morton. Saul Rodriguez is another assistant coach with a team manager, Lisa Zickert. The keeper is Haley Baron. Number 2 is Katie Zickert at midfield. Number 3 is Talon Burton at midfield. Number 4 is Novali Rittenberg, and she is defender or forward. Number 6 at defender is Jaden Johnson. 7 at defender is Raina Oliver. 8 is Hunter Morton. Number 9 at forward is Maya Jones. 10 at mid is Ariana Rodriguez. 16 at forward is Faith Allen. Number 17 at defender mid or forward is Devry Dowd. 24 at mid or striker is Casey Bishop. 41 at defender is Cammie Scatlin. 42 at defender is Angelique Soba. 99 at forward is Ashanti Gatlin. And 0, who's not here, is Brandy Atuasi. And that's your lineup for Liverpool. You got a goal kick now going on for the Pateadores. And Bethany T has been asked to make some saves here so far in this match. Not much in the defensive half of Liverpool so far. Liverpool out of the East County. And the Pateadores, famous club in Orange County. I'm Greg GK Porter with George Langevin on a video camera for George Langevin Productions. At Stanley Middle School is where we are in University City. This ball coming over towards me, and a nice parent is able to save it from hitting me. Good throw in. Faith Joyner will throw it in for the Pateadores. And that one is cleared, or the heavy touch basically, by Faith as it came right back at her. The throw in by Liverpool. Intercepted. Liverpool with it as Burton was dispossessed that time, and then one of the midfielders sending it across midfield looking for Gatlin, and Gatlin goes out wide to her teammate. And Gatlin's teammate sending that ball forward, intercepted, but Liverpool sending it in the box, and another save by Bethany T. 0-0 your score here in the first half, 30-minute halves on this cloudy day Very warm. The weather scenario has come a little bit later this particular year. It's been very cool summer for the most part. And these residents here in the East County will definitely tell you that. But over the last week, that has changed. And combination of thunderstorm and hurricane activity from Mexico, along with, some stuff in the Midwest. High pressure cell has created a very uncomfortable situation the last few days. Coming right at the keeper, and it's saved by Haley Barron. On the near side, Liverpool with it. As they collect in their back, and then it goes to midfield. It was a quick touch there by Morton. But now here comes the Pateadores now with Ahmed, a shot, and just missing the near post that time. Just missing on a near post. So Ahmed with a bid, trying to put it in the back of the net for the Pateadores. Came very, very close to doing just that. Burton sending it forward to Gatlin. Gatlin under a lot of pressure, and they dispossess her. But she regains it and gets the touch forward. But now the Pateadores very strong in that midfield area for the moment. But the throw-in, though, nevertheless for Liverpool. And that ball is out of play on the far side. Touchline, it'll be a throw-in. Rittenberg, the throw-in, off of a bounce. Collecting there was Manzano to send it forward. Trying to get somebody to run onto it, and she does with Napolitano's pass, but it's intercepted. Out in the wide, Morton is over there. In the central now. They have it with Rodriguez collecting. Good ball control by Rodriguez, and it's blocked there by Napolitano. Nice play by Katie. And now here is Asha Bosworth Ahmet, and getting back there quickly was Angelique Silva to make the big play that time, or Ahmet had a big opportunity in that 18-yard box as it goes upfield and out of play. The throw in now for the Pateadores out of their own defensive half and close to midfield there. The header forward there by Katie Napolitano, daughter of the coach. Gatlin couldn't get to it, but now running onto it is Bishop. Bishop sending it forward, but blocked that time. And it caroms over to Jones. Jones sending it into the box. Now trying to get a runner there, and it's saved by Bethany T. So they had some pretty good action there in the 18-yard box. But T able to find it. Sent forward now. And collecting again there is Denfrey Dowd sending that ball across midfield. Zickard trying to get to it. Gatlin chasing it down. And they have it, Liverpool now. Sending it forward, but intercepted by Manzano. And the deep back. Liverpool able to collect and organize and send it across midfield now to the near side with Amaya Jones. And Jones, that ball out of play. But Jones will be able to throw it in. And no, now the linesman changes the direction. And it'll be a throw-in for the Pateadores. 0-0 your score in this Girls Under 11 Championship match of the Notch Forest Labor Day Tournament for 2013. Greg G.K. Porter for Langevin Productions with you, along with George on a camera, the man who started it all 26 years ago. And now throwing it in, number 14 for the Pateadores, and that is Faith Joyner. Joyner throwing it in on the intercept, knocked out of play quickly by the outside defender. Liverpool to throw in into space now, and they get Byer this time, and they set a shot and save. Reaching out at the last moment is Barron. The strike there by Bosworth Ahmet, trying to get it Byer. They still had a chance, though, because the ball didn't have a lot of velocity defender-wise for Liverpool to get to it. Manzano, and that time the collision by Manzano again. Manzano's been tough there in the midfield for the Pateadores so far in this match. Gatlin along the left flank now, and Gatlin's still on it. Sends it to the interior, but there's Manzano to send it forward. But running onto it now is Rodriguez, and then now here's Silva. Silva runs onto it, sends it in the box, and it goes to the wide where Bethany T can get to it of the net. T sending it forward now. In a deep back with the high line, Liverpool, and it goes off of, deflects off of Napolitano forward where they can continue to probe and put pressure on Haley Barron back there. Here's Gatlin, though. Gatlin in midfield now. Gatlin against two defenders. Sends that ball forward. It trickles out to the outside to her teammate on an run and a save by T. Nice overlapping run and a shot with that action with Gatlin down that left flank. And a throw in by Faith Joyner. And no, she's going to give it over to Lauren Manzano to throw it in. If we miss any subs that come into this match, we will mention them as they touch that soccer ball out there on the pitch. And it's 0-0 match. Good action so far. Hopefully you're enjoying it with your beverage, your snack, or either one. Sent across midfield to Gatlin. But Gatlin's not going to get to it. Getting over there first, nice job, was Alyssa Goodlow. Midfield now, Ariana Rodriguez sending it forward now, looking for a teammate. And that would have been Amaya, but she didn't get to it. Ariana, and then getting it over to Taylor Burton in 18, and goes wide. And it'll be a goal kick. Again, right now Liverpool playing the high line. Asha Bosworth Ahmet trying to do what she can to victimize that high line. Liverpool. And now here's the goal kick. Going back there was Faith Allen sending that ball forward. Jones trying to get to it, cannot. But now here is Manzano, it's deflected. Here's Jones. Jones going for it again and can't get it. A Joyner in the area, doing work to the outside for Liverpool. Dispossessed that time, nicely done by Mandy Alas. And Alas being strong in a space, but it's going to be a free kick as it is a foul.
Good play, Mandy, good play. Good play, Ted. Good play, Mandy.
Liverpool with their first free kick in a minute.
Keep up the pressure, Pat.
And Liverpool sending it right at T. She comes up, loses it, and then goes after it on the rebound that time. Almost overran it that time, but she got her hands, showed her soft hands that time to be able to get back to it and get enough of the soccer ball and slow it down. Not a bad free kick that time for Liverpool. Zickert, Katie sending that ball forward in some space, but too far for anybody to get to it. And so Alyssa Goodlow sends it out of play. The throwing in is Liverpool. Studer sending that ball wide, and it is out of play, so Liverpool will throw it in. And it's 0-0 first half match in the Girls Under 11 Championship for the 2013 Knott's Forest Labor Day tournament. They have two tournaments. This is the one that's been around for the longest. They have another one during Memorial Weekend as well. And across midfield, as getting back there quickly is Silva. And she had to because she had pressure on her. Zickard into space, working hard. Had to have help there as Asha Bosworth-Amet putting pressure. And it goes out of play. Liverpool will throw it in out of their own defensive third across midfield. Ashanti Gatlin trying to go forward but drops it back and now gets a return pass. Gatlin now sends that ball forward into the 18-yard box, but there's Manzano. It trickles by Rodriguez, but she gets it. Or a shot by Jones, and then a goal! No, almost. That was very close. The near post, but they had very good action going upfield. Jones, Gatlin, and Rodriguez, and they were nearly able to get the coup de grace. If I mentioned that it was U11s, this is U12 for the Knott's Forest Championship match. And again, just to remind you, a 30-minute half, and then it'll be 2 10-minute overtime sessions if it's still tied there. Into the 18-yard box, and getting back there is Barron, and making a couple of good saves there. On the near side, and it'll go out of play. 0-0 your score, and a throw-in now for the Pateadores. Under a warm day here in Labor Day, 2013. Into the 18-yard box. The Pateadores trying to get a second touch on it. They do, but that doesn't last long, and what do we have? A handball. So it'll be a free kick. And out of the deep back, sent across midfield, but that was blocked by Napolitano. But Liverpool on the flanks, able to run onto that soccer ball, but with a heavy touch, not able to control it, continue upfield. The last match before this one went into penalty kicks, and that's not to do what some people say jinx this match. Has nothing to do with this one, but it just means that championship matches can be highly contested and can be low scoring. That was a low scoring match. This one so far could be the same, but then again it could be a tale of two halves. 0-0 your score, as they say in soccer, which means 0-0 to everybody else. The running clock, it only really affects you when you're behind. And a ball sent forward. That time by Soriano. But it was intercepted in the deep back, and now Jones sending that ball forward all the way to T, who came way off her line and then had to back up because she recognized that she could not handle that ball with her hands and just let it go into her 18-yard box where she can handle it with her hands. And it goes out of play. Liverpool will throw it in. Down that left flank, Ashanti Gatlin. Jones dispossessed that time. Nice play in the space that time by Katie Woods. Woods. Joyner. Ahmet not able to do anything with it. So in the back is Morton. Going up to Rittenberg, but dispossessed. And here comes the Pateadores in that attacking third, headed forward by Napolitano. Asha in the corner. Trying to get a player from the back to run onto it. It didn't happen, and now here's Gatlin, and they've got some numbers going forward. Liverpool with Gatlin. Sending it to the central. Manzano strong into space that time. Able to win it for the Pateadores. That has been a key so far for the Pateadores in this match, as it's sent all the way down to Haley Barron, and Barron is able to make the save. So San Diego County going against the Orange County of the Pateadores. And that ball sent again over my way, but this time lower. No problem. Manzano will throw it in. And it's under 12 match of the championship, the Knott's Forest Labor Day tournament. Into the 18-yard box, trying to get a strike, and Asha does. But it was deflected somewhat by the defender there, and she didn't get a lot of velocity on it. And Barron able to make that save. Politano fading back, and then the header strong. And Central on the near side. Keeping it in, Devery Dowd. Dowd still on a soccer ball. Nice move, but Manzano will have nothing of it. And provided strong in the space, but a couple of deflections. Now Dowd trying to get to it, but it's intercepted there by Joyner. Joyner sending that ball. Joyner hanging around, and so is a Bosworth Amet in the space. Corona intercepted. Gatlin, and it goes out of play. That was touched out that time by Alyssa Goodlow. They throw it into Gatlin. Gatlin on the left flank. Her diagonal pass to Jones. It caroms off of her in the corner, and T makes a save. Oh, Bethany T knew there was going to be physicality that time, but kept her presence of mind and went to her knees to make the save off of that carom. Nice play by Bethany T, the keeper, for the Pateadores. Still keeping this a 0-0 match, and she's had to do more work as a keeper in this first half. However, there has been more shots by the Pateadores as the match wore on here in the first half, and they have really put Haley Barron under a lot of pressure as well. Joyner, and it will be a foul. So a free kick. Manzano will take the free kick. Pateadores doing work in the attacking third now, sending it forward there, getting back with Silva. Sending it forward, there's Gatlin, dropping it back, but her teammate fell down into space. And that's Zickert. She's able to get up and send it across midfield. Nice hustle. Manzano stopping it, but then it goes right back to Faith Allen. And she couldn't connect with Jones. And that ball will go past the end line. 0-0 to score. Very enjoyable first half. Good competitive soccer. It's a ball with geometric designs. Looks a lot differently now with certain companies putting a spin on it. Football in most countries, soccer in this one. We got another sport called football, and it's going to kick off with a regular season come Thursday. Driven out of play, but Asha Bosworth Amet still continuing to find the space, to find the room, and trying to put it in the back of the net. Coming out is Hunter Morton as she is injured, and hopefully not seriously, and can come back into the match. She's number 8 for Liverpool, as you see, with the white number. And the orange in front, the overseas company famous Liverpool jerseys. Now leaving is Faith Allen as well. And we'll mention the players anytime if we see them, and if we don't, as they touch that soccer ball in the 18-yard box. The penalty area, if you will, because sometimes, or a lot of times, when you talk about youth soccer and the AV8s, it's not actually 18 yards out from the goal. But it's marked off in a rectangular area because it's a penalty area. If you touch that ball with your hands as a defender, it's a penalty shot. The throw in. Headed forward. Jones trying to get to it. And Jones finds it now. She overran it there momentarily. And Jones sends it to the central. It's intercepted, though, by Studer, sending it forward.
Good job, Kayla.
Zickert. Katie now. Mom being the team manager. It goes out wide now, and they have a chance here, but getting her hands on it is Bethany T. It'll be a corner. So the corner kick upcoming now for Liverpool. Another quality save by Bethany T., the Pateadores keeper. And it's 0-0 match. We move on towards the close of the first half. Who's going to put one in the back of the net? Will it be Liverpool on this a set piece on a save by Bethany T? It was deflected at the last moment, and how did T find that one? Great save. Had to lunge to her right to make that save. Set pieces always dangerous. And a Karam goes out of play at a 50-50 ball. And the Pateadores will throw it in as they want to continue on with their transition upfield. In his space, the 50-50, Karam's over to Liverpool, and they send it all the way up the channel. Looking for Jones. Jones has it, and it goes all the way to T. But getting a piece of that soccer ball was Katie Woods. Faith Joyner heading it forward to Ahmet. Bosworth Ahmet, they were strong in the space though, but on the near side now, trying to turn is Faith Joyner. And coming there in the space was Devry Dowd. Not allowing her to do what she wanted to do that time. Dowd throwing it forward, looking for Jones. Jones touches it, and it caroms over there to Burton, who sends it all the way down. Here's Gatlin now. Gatlin in the box, and a save by T. Shante Gatlin had some speed in the 18-yard box, but just couldn't get another touch on it as T got to it first. All the way down the right flank for the Pateadores. It goes out of play, and it'll be a throw-in from the deep back for the Pateadores. Or I should say for Liverpool. Katie Zickert in the space, and it goes out of play, knocked out by the Pateadores in this girls under 12 match. Labor Day tournament of Notts Forest, the soccer club. They have one, of course, overseas, the major premier team, Notts Forest. Downfield, Jones being marked heavily. Jones trying to gain an advantage and does so, and then her teammate drives it way over top of frame. Devry Dowd coming up from the back and getting a shot. So Bethany T now with a goal kick. No subs. Particular time. There's a couple of guys doing work carrying that goal. Good teamwork there. After the 50-50, and then Manzano sending it forward, but intercepted. Over the top, looking for Jones. Jones gets a touch. Now is going to go after it, but staying with it that time is Studer in a corner. Katie Woods back there. And let's see what we have. And it's going to be a foul. That'll be the second one against Liverpool in this match. And a free kick. Out of their own deep bank. Lauren Manzano sitting it forward, but intercepted by Dowd right towards the 18. But they had players there for the blue and white. Now Gatling gets a touch, but no problem for Bethany T. And she had Kayla Studer retreating back as well to help out. Studer hitting it forward, looking for Manzano. She doesn't get it. But they're in the space in Napolitano. And that's the end of the first half. Good action by both teams. Both keepers have been pressured in this match and have made fine saves. Stick with us. It'll be great action for the second half. Could be a tale of two halves scoring-wise, but it's 0-0 at the end of the first half in the Knott's Forest Labor Day Tournament for 2013. Action set to get underway here in the second half, 30-minute halves. It's a 0-0 score. Going from right to left is Liverpool in the second half. And left to right, the Inland Empire version of the Pateadores. The shot and a save by T. That's the first shot of the second half for Liverpool, or either team for that matter. On the near side, and that ball goes out of play. So as I mentioned about the Pateadores, the club based out of Orange County. But this is an Inland Empire versus San Diego County matchup. Inland Empire, the San Bernardino County, Redlands, all the cities from San Bernardino going all the way west until you get to LA County, which is Pomona. Corona, and then in the back, Studer sending it across midfield. Joyner. And that ball goes out of play, and it hit the coach over there, Gio. And Gio says, I'm not part of the game here. Yes, he is. Affecting these young ladies, teaching them, coaching them up. Both coaches, Frank Burton, Gio Napolitano, doing a fine job, and it is shown in his championship of the Labor Day tournament, Labor Day version of the Knott's Forest tournaments for 2013. And this one a long-running tournament, over 30 years. So only more years would be the Surf Cup, basically, in San Diego County. Cross midfield. The Pateadores have it with Manzano sending it to the central. Mandy Alas looking for Ahmet, trying to do something in the space, and goes out further wide to Faith Joyner. Joyner under a lot of pressure by Devry Dowd, who did a pretty good job in the first half for Liverpool. And now taking a shot up in the air, but a save. Not a lot of velocity on it, and it kind of arced and came right at Haley Barron, able to make that save. Ariana Rodriguez. Rodriguez with Manzano marking her heavily into space, who has done that very well in this match. 33 minutes of it so far. They're going to play 60 unless it's still tied. And if it's still tied, they'll go 2 10-minute halves of overtime. And if it's still tied, they'll go into penalty kicks. And now into space, Liverpool winning it, getting a shot, and it is behind frame that time. Both teams have shown very good defensive pressure, defensive acumen in the space. But yet and still, the determination has been shown by both teams, and they have found a way to get into the channels, to get into the seams and get a shot. Alas now, who had a run but couldn't go any further in this under-12 match, the championship one for 2013. Knott's Forest Labor Day Tournament. In the 18-yard box. Ahmet sending it forward, intercepted. Liverpool collecting. Studer on the near side now. On the run. Studer showing her speed. Heading towards the box now. It caroms off her cleat and then is sent out of play. But a good run, and now it gives her team an opportunity to throw it in the attacking third. Cammie Scantlin. Scantlin throwing it in. Gets it back. Scantlin now takes another strike, but it was partially deflected that time by Corona. But her teammate sends it forward out of the box for a save. Bethany T. and Haley Barron played a whale of a match as keepers. Therein lies a 0-0 score. In the 18 again, got to be careful in the 18-yard box. Can't have a foul. And winning it is Liverpool at a shot. And it actually turns out to be a pass going wide now. And chasing it down over there was Talon Burton. And it's going to now be a free kick as a foul on the play. Third free kick. Pateadores. And Barron makes the save. Almost getting a strike that time. Was Mandy Alas. In a space, Liverpool collecting, sending it forward. And they get another strike as now Bishop after it, and it goes out of play. And now you see a little bit more sun on the field. My cameraman, George, told me it was pretty warm earlier. The cloud cover has calmed it down. As again, I mentioned a very warm scenario the last week, and now a player has hit the side of her head, and hopefully she's okay. Pateadores now trying to collect and go forward. Ariana Rodriguez. Now Bosworth Ahmet couldn't go forward. And the East County of San Diego's Liverpool collecting going upfield on their transition now. The counter and the save by Bethany T. T sending it forward. T looking for somebody up forward, and they did get a touch, and Katie Napolitano was strong in the space, sending that ball down the left flank for Faith Joyner. It's out of play, and they will get the Pateadores will get an opportunity to throw it in. Substitution coming in from the far side. And can't quite see her numbers, so the throw in. The Pateadores on a couple of bounces in the 18-yard box. Have to be careful there. And it is sent out of play. Nicely done there by Devry Dowd. But it must have been off of a Pateadores player. So they're going to throw it in. In the space, Liverpool collecting, dropping it back, sending it forward. Trying to make a play there was Faith Allen. Didn't get an opportunity. Here's Manzano throwing it in. Manzano, Napolitano a touch. Ahmet, strong shot. Saved by Haley Barron. Barron now. So running up to the top of the box. And Haley sends that ball down the central. To the near side for Liverpool. And Talon Burton marked heavily, as you saw on the near side, as they double teamed her, wouldn't allow her to continue as she had that run earlier. Ball is knocked out of play by Cammie Scatlin as she retreated back. Here's Burton again. Finds her teammate in the central and then asks for the return pass. And chases it down, but getting back there nicely is Goodlow. But Goodlow now finds the fact that Burton is there, and it's just outside the box, getting a pass, a diagonal pass again. Goodlow retrieves it and sends that ball upfield now for her teammate, Manzano. 50-50 ball, won by Zickard. And then cleaning it up is Scatlin, sending it forward. Sending that ball to Bishop, who collected it nicely and then went out wide to Rodriguez. They go further out wide, and then now send it forward for Bishop, and a save for Bethany T. 0-0 your score. What a match this one is as we look at it in the 41st minute of the match. Only play 60 in regulation. Still tied. We'll go into 2 10-minute overtimes in this girls under 12 match, the championship of the Knott's Forest Labor Day tournament of San Diego County. One of the 2 longest tournaments, as I mentioned, in San Diego County history for soccer. In the box, and a shot, and a save by T. Talon Burton, again, hustling, finding a way to get a shot off, and did so. That's what you want to do. You want to make the keeper work, find a way to keep it from going into their net. Substitutions are going to occur for Liverpool, as Cammie Scatlin is coming out, Faith Allen is coming out. And on the near side, Novali Rittenberg just came in. Maya Jones sends the ball into the 18-yard box, and there goes again Talon Burton. Talon has found that the defense has been strong in the outside for the Pateadores. Dropping it back there is Zickard, trying to find a teammate in space, but dispossessed by Ahmet. Manzano sending it down on a long ball, and on that early ball, nobody able to get to that one. Barrett sending it down. Past midfield. Gatlin, who's shown a lot of speed, but goes down. Into central. Ball sent forward on an early ball that time, looking for Casey Bishop. She just didn't quite get it, and now going down is Amaya Jones. And it's going to be a yellow card. Oh, the first card of the match. Free kick now. First sprinkles have shown up now. As the
Alyssa, get on somebody.
front from the East County kind of surrounding this coastline of the University City out here.
Alyssa, mark up. Mark up.
Just north of the 52 freeway between the 805 and the 5. And a shot, and did she get a hand on it? She did not. So it'll be a goal kick, but Devery Dowd missing the second post that time. It had a lot of velocity on it. Just couldn't bend it inside that second post that time on the free kick. Three free kicks for Liverpool this match. And it will be a free kick.
Focus.
The fourth free kick for the Pateadores. The Pateadores have done a fine job in their defensive half, matching up, doing whatever they have to do in the space to keep opportunities from being very, very dangerous for Liverpool. But it doesn't mean Liverpool isn't going to keep trying. 0-0 your score. Still getting something on a soccer ball was Burton. Burton again for a strike and a save by T. Burton being marked heavily, but working up forward, trying to make plays in their deep back now. Liverpool, San Diego County's East County. Now we'll have to try and defend against the Inland Empire version of the Pateadores in the 18-yard box now. And trying to continue on with it and cannot because it's cleared out by Liverpool. Pateadores with a throw-in, though. Corona doing work on that side. The throw-in. And this ball will go out of play. And getting back there was a hustling Alyssa Goodlow. And boy, has she worked hard on this near side, as you've been able to see here in the second half. Underscoring the work that she did in the first half as well. And also hustling as well, Taylon Burton, who is leaving now the match for Liverpool. And she has done everything she could try to do to keep the pressure on and get shots, and has done so. Coming in the match is Gatlin. And you remember Gatlin in the first half applied a lot of pressure as well. And now being in, we'll try to do the same thing again for Liverpool. Silva, and it goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in. 0-0 your score as we're watching our Langevin Productions in the 47th minute of a 60-minute match. Still plenty of time for both teams in the 18-yard box, but getting back there is a Pateadores to make the big play. Defensively, that was number 6, Casey Holiday, getting to the space and driving it out of play. Big play that time.
Keep her out. Keep her out. Keep her out.
Corner kick, though. This one is right on target. It goes over T, but they can't get a second touch in the 18. But they have it now, and they send a ball in the 18, and a player going down. And the center ref doesn't see it. And it goes over to T, and T is able to make the save. The Pateadores player got that soccer ball probably in the breadbasket, and that always hurts. Oh. And she is being strong and trying to get some air and might be substituted. And it looks like that's going to be the case. And nevertheless, no worse for the wearer, or the Pateadores, as they saw the soccer ball go in the other direction and were able to stop further action. Here's Bethany T now, sending it forward. And you can easily see why both of these two teams have made it into the championship. In the different phases of the soccer match, they have been very strong. They have been strong on both sides of the ball, as they say in soccer. And that's why we're still 0-0, arriving at close to the 50th minute of this match. Gatlin now, but into space, sent out by Lauren Manzano, who finds a way to get into the space and get to the soccer ball. You've seen all over the field players that have been able to make plays. The awareness of what they have to do to help their team out has been huge. And therein lies why we are headed to overtime, unless somebody can find a way to put it in the back of the net. And then it's immediate urgency time for the other team.
Come on, Bear.
Gatlin wants to go out wide, but her teammate will change her direction. That's Rittenberg, but finds it, sends it forward. But getting there in the space is Goodlow and driving it out of play. The throw forward, Gatlin off of a knee, getting it forward. But who else is there? It's Manzano. And we'll be able to throw it in. Zickert sending it wide, was looking for Jones. Jones still trying to get it and can't quite do it. But here they get a shot anyway. It just goes over the top of Frey. Ariana Rodriguez nearly scored on a long distance one. Just a little bit too high. But a good strike that time. More than a teasing ball into that goal area. Running onto it now. Rodriguez again, and now it trickles forward in the 18. They do get a strike by Bishop, and it's going to be a goal kick. Bishop complaining that one of the white and blue touched it, but that's not the case, as from what the center ref saw. Bethany T now. Off of Rodriguez. Goes behind her, but she gets it anyway. Gets it to Dowd. Sending it forward. But into space nicely is Corona. Sending that ball wide. And trying to keep it in and doing a fine job is Mandy Alas. Into space. It goes behind Gatlin. And Gatlin with the long strides. Gatlin with some speed. Trying to get it again, but there is Manzano again, mucking up the space, and T is able to make the save. Lauren Manzano, big play in the 18-yard box, as Gatlin felt she had something going. And it trickles off, and T makes the save.
Don't get frustrated, Lauren. Stay cool, stay cool.
Ashante hustling in the left flank up in the striker area for the red and white. Deflection, a shot, go, 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 go. is in the back of the net. And this one for the Pateadores is at the 47th minute mark. Correction, 43rd minute mark. The goal. Jones now on the wide side. Jones still has the soccer ball. Jones has to be careful. And it goes out of play. And it's going to be a goal kick. Didn't quite see who scored that goal, but we will make sure that let you know. Either if the game is over or if it goes into overtime. But nevertheless, it is 1-0. Okay. Get confirmation it was Asha Bosworth Ahmet who was up forward and scored that goal, and she's done a lot of work getting the coup de grace. A T fell down and then it bounced right to her. Oh, that could have been a big play if that ball got away from her, and then it would have been Manzano have to chase it down. And with the speed they got going up forward, that might have been dangerous towards keeping in a 1-0 lead. Nevertheless, the Pateadores still lead 1-0. Visitors from the Inland Empire now, trying to win the championship in the girls under 12. The 2013 Labor Day tournament of Knott's Forest Soccer Club. Here in the 46th minute of the match, official time is by the center ref. He'll be looking at his watch soon. All urgency time for the red with the orange lettering of the company overseas from the Liverpool team and the white numbers. A free kick now for Liverpool. An opportunity here on a free kick with a line drive. T, the rebound, and trying to get it was Gatlin, and she did get a strike on it, and T is able to hold on to it, but not without some physicality that she had to take that time. Bethany T, and thankfully it wasn't in her facial area, but just the fact that she had to try to hold on to it at this age or at any age is tough to take. But T has been strong. Silva, beautiful strike. Gatlin turns now with a defender on her back now, trying to get it out wide and does so. A chip forward, looking for Gatlin, and falls over the keeper. But no worse for the wear as far as the center ref is concerned, as Bethany T able to make the save. And T kind of winced on that kick forward. And the deep back. Liverpool now, and it goes out of play. They won't be able to go forward as they have to defend now in the central. Bosworth Ahmet and a deflection. And it will be a goal kick. Angeli Silva sending it forward. And it goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in, and every time it goes out of play, it works for the Inland Empire version of the Pateadores with only maybe a couple minutes left in the match. If you're Liverpool out of the East County, you have to keep the soccer ball in field of play. It's a continuous running clock. And sent right at Barron, and Barron makes the save. Angeli Silva Can't take a lot of time, but sends it forward. Headed wide by Katie Napolitano. They throw it in again for Liverpool. 1-0. Pateadores trying to ride it into a championship with only moments left in this match as they go forward. And every moment that they go forward, it works against Liverpool. The save by Barron. Barron gets a good strike forward. Off of a Karam to the near side. Who did it go off of? That's the key. It went off of the white and blue. So the throw in now. Here is Rittenberg and the 18. Gatlin trying to get it. It just went by Zickert, but they get it anyway. In this space, send it wide. The header now. Running onto it is Ariana Rodriguez. They go out wide. And a shot and a save by Z. A rebound and she makes the save anyway. Oh, the second save was a big one that time as the striker was right there on her doorstep. T, I should say, has played a great match as keeper. Asha. Bosworth, a Met, who scored the only goal of this match off of a Karam and was able to put it in the back of the net. 1-0. The throw in for Liverpool. Down the right flank. Pateadores intercepting. And getting over there is Rodriguez, sending it forward. They able to do it again. And they set it forward at 18 and a save by T. T sending that ball forward. Moments left. This may be the last opportunity for Liverpool in the attacking area. And they're not going to get it. As winning the championship of the Labor Day tournament for Notch Forest 2013 is the Pateadores with a lone goal in the second half and a fabulous game in the youth variety in a girls under 12 right here at Stanley Junior High School here in the University City area, the North County of San Diego. But the East County visitors were up to the task today. Haley Barron and her teammates played fine soccer, and it just was not enough. In the end, in the second half, late in the second half, as the Pateadores getting the result with a 1-0 championship victory. Stick with us. There'll be some video of the players getting their medals and the championship cup award and some closing comments from those who participated with interviews in this match today. Stick with us.
Thanks, Knox, for putting on a very good tournament. To the Pats, you know, we were actually a little bummed because we were envisioning having to play surf. And then we thought, you know, well, we didn't get to play you guys. And be careful what you wish for, because you guys really came out and wanted to win today. And I think that every parent from either team would say that that was one hell of a game. You guys really did well. We keep stats on some things, and we took 21 shots on goal, so I think your MVP is without a doubt your goalkeeper, because she really earned her keep. To my girls, I am very, very proud of the way that you played. I really am. You guys did not give up. Those last 15 minutes were about as intense as it gets. So you guys should hold your heads high. This team came out, they played, you guys played your hearts out, and unfortunately there can only be one winner. But in my eyes, I'm still very, very proud of you guys, so well done. All right, so you want to hold them? Hand them out? Okay, Casey, come on up. Faith, come on up. Haley, come on up. Raina, come on up. Hunter, come on up. No, come on up. Tata, come on up. Ashante. Katie. Amy. Angelique. Ariana. Amaya. Aiden, come on up. All right, well done, Pat. And they get their medals after them.
All right, thank you very much for the introduction. I must be honest with you, when I saw you guys on the sideline, the intimidation factor was there a little bit. 3 guys holding up, every eyes watching. It was great. Great coaching from the sideline, absolutely tremendous. Thank you all the parents, thank the girls, everything. It was a great tournament. Again, we came over here, beautiful weather, a little bit cooler than where we come from. So we had some injuries, but we overcame it. So it was great. Girls stuck in, and yeah, it's a proud moment for the coach. Great job. Thank you, Liverpool, for the great game. All right, absolutely, it was tremendous. And we got it on film as well. So memories, and this is what it's all about. This is what you train for, right? To play in the final. And always have a smile on your face and go for the next step. All right, Lauren. Good job, Lauren. Alyssa. Good job. Faith. Alana. Good job, girl. Casey. Cool. Alexis. Alexa. Angie. Look at you. The first time we got some already in the tournament. Crazy. Kayla. Good job. Maddie. All right, good job. Katie. Mackenzie. Mandy. Now goal scorer, Asha. And then goalkeeper, of course, that was the crazy ones. now. Good job, ladies. Are we ready? Yeah! Good job, guys. Good job. Good job. All right, Captain.
Greg G.K. Porter back here after the Knott's Force Labor Day tournament, and winning the cup is the Pateadores from the Inland Empire area. And they're going to go ahead and introduce themselves and talk a little bit about winning the championship hardware here and their medallions. So here they go.
Back-to-back champions.
Hi, my name is Bethany T, and I'm so happy to be a part of this amazing team. I love all of you guys. Hi, my name is Mackenzie Woods, and I thought that game was really, really intense. And to all my teammates that played that game, I think you guys did a great job. So enjoy the win. Hi, my name is Kayla Studer, and I am amazed on what we did, and I am so glad that we won.
Hi, I'm Casey Holiday, and they really brought their A game, and it was a really tough game, but we brought it, and Asha scored at the end. But
Hi, my name is Angela Serrano. I am proud because I'm a player here, and we won our first tournament, so woo! Hi, my name is Alana O'Bara, and I'm just proud that I could at least enjoy this tournament with all of my teammates. Hi, my name is Mandy Ellis, and I'm proud that the team stayed together. We never gave up, and good job.
hi, my name is Katie, and I'm proud that I get to play soccer with all my friends, and I'm glad that we could do tournaments together and we get to win together.
Hi, my name is Lauren Mazzano. I'm just glad I have this great team and a great coach, and I love all you guys. Hi, I'm Alexa Corona. I'm really happy we won first place for the second time. Let's go for 3 times.
Hi, I'm Alyssa Goodlow, and I think this is a great accomplishment for our team. And I'm happy for us.
Hi, I'm Faith Joyner, and I just wanted to thank God for blessing us with this win, and it's really awesome. So.
Hello, my name is Maddie Gould, and I'm just really happy that we won this tournament.
Hi, my name is Asha Bosworth, and I'm stoked that we won, and I'm glad I spent it with the Pateadores.
All right, I'm the coach who's coaching the Crazy Bunch, and I can't be any more prouder. I lost all my voice, but this is a great moment for coaching. Great job for you all, guys. Good job.
Thank you, Gio. Hey, girls, get around and do your cheer one last time here. Okay, it's going to be on 3. 1.
1, 2, 3, pass!
Asha Bosworth Ahmet scoring the only goal late in the match of this championship one for 2013 Knott's Force Labor Day tournament. And we hope that you enjoyed all of the action in this youth soccer match. Both teams played fabulously, had a great tournament. And for George Langevin behind the video camera, I'm Greg G.K. Porter saying take care of yourself as always. God bless. And remember to save this one on your hard drive. Bye now.